Hey guys, just wanted to get a little rundown on our lightweight brake kit for the Ford SuperDuty axles. Right now we have kits available for the 05 to 2012 and for both the F350 and F550, or some refer to as Super 60. This particular knuckle is an F550, F450 knuckle. They're the same as the Super 60 knuckles. And today I'll be just running through assembly of the caliper bracket and some clearance issues that from knuckle to knuckle will vary. So just letting you know that right here on the knuckle, you might have to grind a little bit, no more than a 1/16 of an inch in each spot, just because of these casting areas that are going to interfere with the caliper bracket and the potential spacers that come with it. So this is half the kit. The full kit will include 2 rotors, 2 Willwood calipers, 2 caliper brackets. The F550 stuff is going to use 3/4 inch hardware to mount to the knuckle. The F350 stuff will use 5/8 bolts to mount to the knuckle. We will have 2 different options for brake pads, and those will be on the website for replacement parts. And then you'll get the spacers for the caliper to space it correctly off of the bracket, and then the 2 3/8 bolts with the prevailing torque nuts. We will have available the 90-degree fitting for the Willwood calipers. They will not be included in the kit, but you can purchase them separately from us or from any online vendor that has these 1/8 inch MPT thread. We do 1/8 inch MPT to a -3 stainless steel brake line. First off, if you need replacement parts for your SuperDuty, highly recommend Mevotech. Their unit bearings, they have direct replacement unit bearings and direct replacement ball joints for both F550 and 350 stuff. There's 2 different grades. There's the TTX, it says our extreme, and then there's the basic BTX, I believe it's called. And both are really high quality. So if you need replacement parts for your SuperDuty, highly recommend Mevotech. They are a very good product, and you won't be disappointed with them. So anyways, on to assembly. Again, here's our F550 knuckle, same as the Super 60. This has our high steer arm on it. We machine those in-house, and we can set you up with that if that's something you're looking for. But anyways, we'll just go through this, drop in this unit bearing, and then the calipers are a replacement part you can buy at your local parts store, so no special calipers needed. We can include the replacement part number for you for that, and you can get yourself set up if down the road you need to replace that, or like I said, the brake pads from Willwood themselves. So caliper slides right over, and then the assembly on the caliper bracket, it's got a little notch in it, and caliper bracket mounts on the bottom side of, or I should say the inside of the knuckle, and the bolts will come through the back side. So it's easier to assemble the caliper and bracket prior to putting it on. So 3/8 bolts come in from the back side. Nut. Same thing on the opposite side. Like so. That's it. Super quick, fast. As you can see, the fitting is tight in there. It fits. But like I said, you can use a 90-degree fitting, or you could drill a hole on the outside of this bracket and run a straight fitting out of the outside. So either way is acceptable. But anyways, like I said, this goes on the bottom side like that. Three-quarter inch hardware to hold it on. Okay, caliper is mounted to the bracket, and last thing you got to do is slip in the brake pads. They just slide in, top, bottom, cotter pin down, fold it over, and you are done. These Willwood calipers do have 4 bleeder screws on them, so each piston has its own bleeder. So we will put a link to the bleeding procedure for these 4 piston Willwood calipers with 4 bleeders. I've noticed a few people having some issues, so we'll just go ahead and post the link, and as long as you follow that to a T, you won't have any issues. But anyways, that's how it is installed. Again, the only thing you'll need to worry about is some possible clearance issues on the inside with these spacers, but you just have to do some pre-fitment on the whole setup, and just make sure you get enough material off the inside of the knuckle to clear the spacer and the actual bracket itself. But anyways, somewhere in the ballpark of 25 to 28 pounds of weight savings over the factory setup. You will save with this, plus incredibly better braking with a 4-piston caliper versus the 2-piston on the factory setup. So check them out. Leave us some comments, questions below. Subscribe. We will do an updated video of the F350 knuckle. It's going to be pretty much identical. It's just the center line of the bolts is a little bit narrower. But as far as assembly of the caliper to the caliper bracket, it's identical. And like I said, these are going to be 5/8 bolts on the F350 stuff. And if you're intrigued with a little bit more braking, and you're building a buggy or something, we will have a write-up on these new Hydro Boost setups that we're going to be coming out with for tube chassis, and get you all the info on that if you are so inclined. The Hydro Boost setup versus a traditional manual brake setup, it doesn't even compare. A tenth of the braking effort is required when going with a Hydro Boost setup. So This particular bracket right here will work with a factory Willwood single pedal mount. So if your application warrants a straight pedal, this is obviously a custom pedal that we made here in-house to offset inside the buggy, but the mounting underneath here will accept a factory Willwood single pedal mount, just so people know. But we'll go ahead and do a full write-up and video on this Hydro Boost setup. So anybody who's interested, like I said, feel free to drop us an email at dffabrication.com. There's a section underneath there for contact, and we'd be happy to answer any questions you may have. And again, when we go over this, we'll explain the mounting of everything, plus what's involved with putting the Willwood master cylinder onto this Hydro Boost. This is a particular Hydro Boost is off of a Ford F350, and so most Ford and GM Hydro Boost are fairly the same as far as the mounting hole and nut and the little ear that keyways the Hydro Boost in to keep it from rotating. So either of those would be an acceptable option, but again, we'll go over that in detail and in the next video. And then don't forget, follow us, stay tuned for the update on the assembly video for the F350 knuckles. We'll go ahead and do that. That way potential customers already have bought-in customers, and anybody who's interested in learning about better braking. These two particular components, they're life-changing in the braking world when it comes to off-road. You will be very amazed if you set yourself up this way. So anyways, I'm going to cut it short now, and we'll get on to the next one.